there everybody, this is Ostuni, and this is another Dragon Ball Super card unboxing. Good God, my hair not shaved on the side and everything. I like it. I like it. So, yeah. But before I begin, I would like to, I want to give a shout out to somebody who actually makes mats for the Dragon Ball Super card game, and I think pretty much any card game in particular. There we are. Jon Alonzo. He made me a mat, and if you guys want to get a mat made for yourself, you can contact him on Facebook. He has no official shop yet, so pretty much all you do is you just PayPal him $35 and tell him what design that you want. I'm not sure if he has designs that he already does or if he takes custom designs. I'm pretty sure he takes custom designs, but I want to show you guys this because I was going to go with a more complicated mat, but I think that this kind of goes with something that's very special to me and on the channel as well. I got a mat of oh god, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This thing is awesome, and I think it might be lucky because I actually took second in the local tournament that I went to, and I had only 5 actual games like of experience, not matches, mind you, games, just like one round. So I am very pleased at my performance, especially, and I am also pleased that my idea for a GT Pan deck actually panned out. However, this is an unboxing video, so I am not going to be going over that deck right now, but if you guys want to see that, comment below if you guys want to see it. I'll make a video on it, and also if I get a certain amount of just likes overall, I'll probably do it. Just be sure to give the video a like. Let's see, I'm pretty lowbrow right now as far as the channel goes, so let's say about, if I can get about 25 likes or something like that, I will make a video dedicated to the GT Pan deck that I used very, very soon. The only reason that I'm kind of iffy on doing it now is because even I know that there's like a thing or two in there that I actually need to improve on. So yeah. But anyway, whoop, I didn't mean to go ahead and start ripping into that, but today we got the motherfucking Dark Invasion starter deck. So this is all about getting your basic black cards out of the way, and probably the best leader if you want to run a mono black deck as well is this Super Saiyan 3 Bardock that's on the front of it. And it has some green cards in it, but let's be honest here, you're probably getting this for the exclusive cards, and you're probably looking to make like a full-on black deck now. While I open this up, I wouldn't mind making a black deck because black mainly uses the skills of Overwhelm, which basically is removed from play and emptying your drop area, which is something that appeals to me because that reminds me of like black zombies and stuff like that from Magic, and just zombies from Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. The more that you had in the graveyard, the better, and it's definitely a unique play style because you can afford to let a lot of stuff die, and your leader is going to make sure of that. So I'll go ahead and get that out here. Let's see. So basically, you got your play manual here. It's got a little bit of tips for the actual deck itself. I'm not going to show you guys that because that's pretty self-explanatory. I will show you guys this because for those of you who are pretty new to the game, you may want some kind of like little like gamepad, even if it's paper, because the design isn't necessarily bad. Like, I think that this could actually be pretty decent if you took out like the little text, like the little subtext below, and you like made this like a stitched thing, I think that would actually be a pretty cool design. Same thing with the Planet M2 design. Like, yeah, you know something, Alonzo, that maybe that could be like your next big thing, is like take like the designs off of those and make them into like full-on like stitched game pads. I think that would be a pretty cool idea. And yeah, I just gave you an idea. Hooray! So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here, and this is our starter deck with Big Bad Super Saiyan 3 Bardock on the front. So let's go ahead and dig into this. Let's see. Actually, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna double check my audio real quick. I just want to make sure of something, that I'm not doing something, you know, that I shouldn't be. Hold on. Alright, that was kind of weird, because apparently I did do the wrong thing where I had my main microphone and my webcam's microphone recording at the same time, but apparently they were like in sync to where it didn't even matter? That was pretty weird. But I was just waiting for like an echo effect to start happening, but it didn't, so good for me. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our first card on here, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. Not really going to get as close this time, just because my lighting setup's a little bit different, and I hate that I had to keep on changing it. So, of course, you start off as this side right here, the Masked Saiyan from Xenoverse. Let's see, and its effect is once per turn, place the place the top 3 cards of your deck into the drop area. This sounds bad, but this basically ensures that most of your lower level, like Overrealms, can play out. So, yeah. If you place a black card in the drop area with this skill, which if you're playing all black, this is going to happen, this card gains critical. So whenever you inflict a point of damage to your opponent's life, they don't get to keep the card from the life that they would have gotten. So basically, you're not only limiting their hand, but you are getting something removed from the game. Let's see. Potentially. Depending on what kind of deck they use, they may be able to get it back out later. But anyway, let's see. If the card is of any other color, or if a card of any other color is placed in the drop area, this card also gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So it would pay off if you wanted to try and add a color support into this for this leader. And then whenever you awaken, it's the standard awakening of flip it over, draw 2 cards. Now let's see what the other side actually does. Let's see. Once per turn, place the top 3 cards of, let's see. Basically, it's all the same thing, except you also get the innate auto draw ability, as most leaders have. So, yeah, pretty simple. You don't lose anything out, so that is good. And now let's get to our 5 starter rare cards. First is Killer Sword Trunks, and this guy has Xeno Evolve. So basically what you do is you pay 4 of any color energy or black energy, and you evolve him, and you take the card prior to him and you put it in your drop area, or no, your warp. And he's 20k with double strike and an auto ability. When you evolve into this card, choose 1 battle card in your warp with 3 or less energy and play it. So depending on what 3 cost creatures that you actually have, this could actually be pretty dang good. But then again, I think a lot of them are. So you got your foil version of the card, and then you have your regular version of the card. So you got 2 of those. So if you want a complete set of all the cards, including the starter rare specific ones, you're gonna have to get 2 decks, which I actually did. So no problems there. let's keep on going. Quick Blade Trunks. Now, this is a little bit simpler. It's just Overwhelm 2, and there's no extra effect whenever, and whenever you use Overwhelm, after that turn that you overwhelmed the card, you have to put it in the warp. But there are ways of getting it out, so it's not that bad. But there's no special thing to him. He's just a 1500 attacker, basically. That's all that he is. And you got 2 of them. Or, oh no, that's actually pretty cool. You get 4 of them, so that's pretty good. So you'll have a full set of him if you decide to get this deck. Next, we got Encroaching Threat Masked Saiyan, again with the Masked Saiyan. Let's see. No Overwhelm to this guy. He's just a 20k attacker and permanent. Let's see. This card can attack battle cards that are in active mode. A very valuable trait amongst cards. Not a whole lot of people can do it. There's some that can do it a little bit better, obviously, like Jiren, but let's see what the other effect is. When you send 7 or more cards to your warp, reduce the energy cost of this in your hand and a warp by 1. So, if you have a lot of cards in your warp, this thing goes down to a 3 cost. That is pretty cool. Oh, and in your warp, so... Oh, okay, so that actually chains together with Killer Sword Trunks, because he'll be 3 in your warp, so you can choose him and play him back from the warp. Okay, that's actually pretty good. How many of him do we get? Okay, this is why you need 2 starter decks, because you only get 2 of him, so get another one and you got a complete set. Alright, next that we got, ooh, looks like we've got a 3 for sure, Power Aura Mira. Let's see, Overwhelm 3, and permanent. When you have 3 or more cards in your warp, this card gains 5,000 power. If you have 5 or more cards in your warp, this card gains an additional 5,000. So this thing can go from a 15,000 to a 20,000 to a 25,000 just by you doing what the deck is meant to do. So I would say that's a good card, and it's a 3, so it can be a target from Killer Sword Trunks. So if you don't necessarily need the ability to attack active stuff at the moment, and you want numbers a little bit more, then Power Aura Mira is for you. So, all right, and then that is where we've got 2 cards there. So let me take a look here. Is that all the let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that is where the exclusives end, and pretty much where the cards that you can actually get from set 1, 2, and 3 begin, because I believe that there's some set 1 cards in here. So we got Son Gohan, Family of Justice. Let's see, and you get 1, 2 of him. Let's see, Energy Power Gotenks, and you get 4 of him. Let's see, and this is I'm not gonna really go through the green cards in particular, because I mean, it's just one of those things to where I seriously don't think that anyone's gonna really try to augment this exact thing. You're pretty much just gonna make a black deck. Let's be honest here. Let's see. The Curiosity of Son Goku. Let's see. Whoop. Here. Where? Okay, that's 2. Then we got Vegeta. There's going to be more black cards coming up, so don't worry about that. Okay, so we got 4 of those. Fully loaded. Hooray. Alright, Super Saiyan Son Goku. Alright, got all those. Alright, Unyielding Justice Super Saiyan 2 Trunks. It seems like they went really random with the green cards in here, because it's like, oh, now we got Gohan from... Well, actually, this would kind of make sense because Xenoverse and jumping through time and whatnot, so I guess it would make sense. So, you get 3 of them. Then you get Trunks. This Trunks is actually pretty good for a Saiyan deck, by the way. I saw it used a lot in the tournament that I was in last night. And basically, whenever you play it, you look at the top 2 cards of your deck and you choose one Saiyan among them and you add it to your hand. So basically, you can get a Saiyan for free and choose which one it is, and then if you don't like the other one, it just goes back into your deck and you get another chance at a better draw. So, pretty good. Let's see. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. That's good. Well, yeah, 4. Alright, and here we go with the rest of the black cards. Unrelenting Assault Trunks, an Overwhelm 3, and it costs 3, so Killer Sword Trunks can get them. And whenever this card is sent to the warp from your battle area or deck, you can instead add it to your hand. So that's actually pretty interesting, because technically, like, you could keep your hand size a pretty good bit, and you could have this guy as an additional attacker every turn if you wanted to, but you would be limiting yourself as far as like what you would be able to overwhelm if you continuously played him. So you would just kind of have to weigh the options. But how many of him do we actually get? We get 1. Okay, we get 2 of him. So he's not as rare because, like I said, you can get him from just booster packs. Alright, so next we got Supreme Kai, World's Protector. She is the super combo for... Oh, it looks like it is... Okay, she is definitely designed for black decks, but what the thing is that she plays off of your warp, unlike any other super combo. So when you're super combo with this card, if there are 5 or more cards in your warp, draw 1 card, and the card that you combo with gains 10,000 combo for the rest of the turn. So you don't have to overwhelm anything, the cards just have to be there. So pretty good. And how many do we get of that? Alright, that's awesome. We get a full 4 set of that. So you got your super combo with just 1 pack. So that is good. Solid. Alright, next. Whoop. Gotta get Trunks off there because I put him at the back. Alright, then we got Toa, Space and Time Unleashed. Whenever you play this card, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose 1 Mira or Mass Saiyan among them, and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So basically, a search card, there is a card that, there are a couple of cards that I believe that she can evolve into, one being from the booster one being from the booster from set 3, and the other is from the special set, which I don't believe you could really find easily just sealed right now, unless you want to spend $50. But for her card that is in there, I think that she is one of the cheaper ones, with Trunks being one of the more expensive ones. So that's another thing that I suggest. If you guys want a little bit more spice to your black deck, definitely try and get those cards. They are definitely all worth it. Trunks, Time Patrol Trunks is going to be your most expensive one, and for a good reason though. But I'll let you guys look that up on your own. If I make a black deck and decide that it's good enough to showcase, then I will show that to you guys. And just for your information, you do get 4 with this deck, so another set of cards, that's good. Alright, so this is what I meant by you do have multiple ways of bringing things back from your warp, and this is one of those ways, Dark Plot. Let's see, you activate this during your main phase, and you choose 1 battle card in your warp with an energy cost of 4 or less, and play it. If you use this skill to play a card with Overwhelm, you choose up to 3 energy and then switch them back to active mode. So this is perfect for a black deck, because you had to have 4 to activate it, but you are getting 3 energy back, and you have a little bit more leniency with the costs of the card that you want to actually do, because cards like Power Aura Mira are good. Obviously, let's see. Let me make sure that real quick. Just checking something. You can actually bring back Killer Sword Trunks if you wanted to, just to have them. Like, that's another option too, so definitely a good card to get 2 of them. So you're going to have to get another starter deck, or you're just going to have to open up a couple of packs. But if you are wanting to get these starters already, you're going to already have this if you're getting 2 starter decks. And this is the Black Negate times Judgment. And what's effect is you negate the attack, and then you may, this is optional, place 2 cards from your hand in the drop area, and if you do, add this card back to your hand. So if you want to jump up your drop area for another Overrealm, you could not only negate an attack, but you could also just fuel your drop area for another Overrealm with this card. And good thing is, with a card that's this essential, I would have been disappointed otherwise, you do get a full set, so less work for you guys. But that's going to be it for this. I am looking forward to building something that's based around black cards. I don't know if there's going to be any color in it at all. I'll think about it. I've got the 2 starter decks, as I just said, so that is definitely good for me. I've got a super rare Darkness Mira, I believe, and Super Saiyan 3 battle card Bardock. So I've got that going for me. I've got a extra Time Patrol Trunks that I may get in there, and who knows, at some point I may trade a little bit and get some of the cards from the Dark special set, or I might just outright buy them, because individually I don't think that they're really that bad. Like, they're worse cards, trust me. Like, if you guys follow the game and the prices and everything, there are worse price cards than those particular cards, except for Time Patrol Trunks. Yeah, he's kind of a bitch to get. $45 basically for a whole set. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to know when the next episode is coming out. And question of the day. Let's see. Besides, besides pretty much the confirmed presence of Demigra, what other things would you like to see introduced into the pool of black cards? Personally, I've been harping on this a pretty good bit, but it does still have something to do with it. I think the demons that were from the Super Dragon Ball Heroes game, like, all of them would make great additions. Like, all of them have great designs, and I am pretty sure that each one of them is powerful. Like Xeno Deborah would be a good one in particular. The Super Saiyan 4 version of Mira, if you want to call it that. I'm not sure exactly what you call it, like, but that form of Mira would make a good card. And then I'm hoping that since Demigra's been pretty much confirmed for set 4, just because of silhouettes on like the actual product that you can pre-order right now, you can check on tcg.com if you want to see what I'm talking about. But I think both of Demigra's transformed forms, the hulking monstrosity and then like the half like monstrosity, like from the waist down, I think both of those would be good additions as well. But the game is still young, so who knows? For all we know, they could actually make up their own damn characters. That might be pretty cool to see what they can come up with. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, and if I get at least 25 likes on this video, which I don't know if I will, and that's fine if I don't, but if I do get 25 likes this week, I will actually make a video about the deck that won me second in my first ever local. Remember, this is with 5 games prior experience, so it's pretty interesting being able to take something like that with the experience that I have and actually come in at least second. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to say that I'm awesome, but Yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is Ostuni, signing off. Yeah!